again, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas, Nevada. Here we go. This first fight tonight is scheduled for 6 rounds in the junior featherweight division. Your 3 judges scoring at ringside on the 10-point must system, Bob Bennett, Adelaide Bird, and Herb Santos. And when the bell begins, your action, referee in charge, Vic Draculich. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing tonight red trunks trimmed in the flag of Puerto Rico. He weighed officially 121 and 1/2 pounds. As a professional, his record stands 3 victories, 1 defeat, and 1 win coming by way of knockout from Caimito Alto, Puerto Rico. Here is Eric Mayancito Gotay. And next his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing black trimmed in white, he weighed officially 123 pounds. As a professional, his record stands perfect at 3 victories, no defeats, and 1 win coming by way of knockout. Hailing from South El Monte, California, here's a 2012 U.S. Olympian. Here is the undefeated Joseph Jojo Diaz.
All right, gentlemen, this fight's scheduled for 6 rounds. Again, I want to caution. Any punch below this area, you're going to be called low. Golpes debajo de este punto, carry your mano bajo. That said, I want you to obey my command, protect yourselves at all times. Obedezcan mis comandos y por los su mismo siempre. Protect your lap now. Good luck to both of you. Buena suerte.
Okay, so they'll retreat to their respective corners. You look at Diaz, who comes off a win over Alberto Cupido in his last bout. Across the way, Gotay, his only loss was to Jose Lopez, who was 5-0. So he's fought good opposition, including tonight. All right, let's see how this works out.
You know, notice Gotay's 21, Diaz is 20 years old. You know, anytime you got 2 young guys, neither really feels like they're an opponent. So although Gotay may have been brought in tonight as an opponent, his record's 3-1, so he still only has 1 loss. Can still salvage a career, so to speak. He definitely doesn't see himself as an opponent. So I like personally watching these kind of fights. You get a young prospect in against a guy who's going to try to beat him as opposed to maybe try to survive.
Yeah, you see a 3-1 guy, Paulie, and he's got some attitude.
Yeah, exactly. He's only 21 years old. He's, you know, in his mind, he still has a boxing career in front of him. So, you know, he's looking at Joseph Diaz as a big opportunity to overcome him and make a name for himself. Well, Joseph Diaz, you know, it's a southpaw stance, but he's trying to continue that momentum coming out of the Olympics. Impressive amateur career, U.S. Olympian, and comes with a lot of fanfare from nearby California.
A certain presence you get when you've had the Olympic background like he does, and certain expectations of yourself coming into fight by fight. And one of the benefits is right away you're on television.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that Olympic pedigree has its benefits. Among those benefits being more exposure than your average prospect, and of course a little bit more money. But you know, they earn it. You know, the Olympians are there for Olympians for a reason. You know, you see Diaz stalking now. Gotay, he's trying to cut the ring off, throwing a straight left-hander here. There, he try to counter with a right hook. Nothing big has landed yet, but you know, staying patient. Both guys still have yet to land a good shot, but trying to establish themselves.
Good body shot by Diaz. Now, what could be interesting here, Paul, is he scores with a nice right hook to the body, and he shakes up Gotay. Yeah, normally in your 4th fight, they'll bring you in and they want to get a certain type of thing style-wise from what you're going to see. Now, what about it, though? You know, Gotay's a fairly tough guy you've talked about. So what's their idea, do you think, in getting this matchup for Diaz?
Well, you know, the drawback of being an Olympian is a lot of times your opposition is not as easy as, say, another prospect. You know, they expect you to move up the ladder quickly. They expect you to improve faster. You know, they expect to make money off of you because you cost money early in your career, and you're costing, you know, your manager and promoters more money. You know? So, you know, they expect a sort of a quicker advancement. And, you know, a lot of these guys, they come through. You know, Joseph Diaz has a solid pedigree. You're seeing some of his arsenal here with some sharp straight left hands, some good hooks, and even some body work earlier on in the round. So, you know, he's showing that, you know, he is the goods. He just has to put it all together here in this fight, and he's been doing it thus far in his career.
Left hand to the body here by Diaz. Gotay helping him come up with a good pace for this fight early on. So So as we wind down the end of the opening round, it's Diaz putting on pressure and Gotay trying to move laterally.
Thank you, sir.
You want to stay on, okay? You got that one or two shots. Don't let him step. Don't step back where he can come to you again, okay? You keep him on the ropes right there, okay? Okay. Instead of getting that 1-2, if you step back, you're giving that rope to come to you. Don't give him that space right in there at all. Okay. Just keep working him like that. He doesn't want to work.
Tiene que meterle un par de golpecitos porque okay, let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back for round two. Joseph Diaz and Eric Gotay in a scheduled 6th round junior featherweight affair.
That was the Bellman's
The
fault.
first round, you saw Gotay use the ring a lot. He didn't try to establish much in terms of offense or anything. And again, we talked about how his record is 3-1 and he's young and he's still in a position to make a career out of himself. But he's going to have to, you know, sort of wake up and try to establish more offense in this round because the first round was mainly Diaz establishing the offense and trying to, you know, impose his will. We see Gotay coming out, trying to throw body shots, but Diaz right away on top of him.
What do you think of the size of this round? Average, a little small, big? How does it seem to you?
It's a pretty good size, actually.
Yeah, like there's a lot of room for these guys to move around.
Yeah.
And not be forced into combat.
No, exactly. But you know, the thing about moving around is you do have to pick your spots to fight, but you don't want the guy to just walk you down. And right now, Joseph Diaz is doing just that. You know, because Gotay is just not imposing enough of a respect for himself, you know? So Diaz is basically walking in. And you know, Gotay is moving his hands a little bit more in this round, and that's what you want to see. You want to see the guy, you know, you don't want to let a guy walk you down just without sort of walking the door for free, so to speak. You know, you want him to have a key to open the door. And Diaz has a lot of keys in that arsenal, you know, so you want to force him to use them.
A straight left hand down the shoot key by Diaz. We saw that right hand lead from Gotay.
Nice double right hook on there a second ago from Diaz as well.
Diaz teeing off with a nice uppercut, and there's the right hook. And Diaz becoming more feisty here and really digging with these body shots. How to take a right hand, too.
He's stepping in hard with those shots. I'd like to see him mix it up just a little bit. He's stepping in hard once in a while, just puts some speed together because he's got this guy bracing for the power. Almost mix up the shots you're stepping in with the shots you don't step in and kind of speed up on it. You know, and then go back to stepping in hard. See? Right there, he's laying a hard shot out. He just move his hands to follow it up instead of looking for another one-time hard shot.
Another good left hand by Diaz. And, you know, another thing that he's doing, Paulie, is some very good defense by him after he lands.
Yeah.
He's shuffling over a little bit and avoiding the counter.
I like that. He's making sure he has the proper range. And he trips, as I say that, he trips on his way in, but he's got proper range. He understands his distance. He understands when he's punching, and he understands the proper distance to get back out so that he's out of danger. He's a well-schooled kid. He was an Olympian for a reason.
Showing some good strategy going to the body and to the head. So Joseph Diaz Jr. showing some good credentials here against Eric Gotay early on.
He's too weak for it. He only has something when he's on the outside. If you let him be on the outside, then you're going to give him some chance to work right there. Do not give him anything on the outside. Just stay close to him, okay? Take a breath in. Good.
How's that?
Very good. Very good. Keep working hard. More pressure.
Si tú tiras, él no tira. Si tú tiras, él no te puede pegar así, claro. No tira. Si tú no tiras, se vuelve un león dándote golpes. Pelea con él un poco. ¿Ok? Voy a pelear.
Baja, Goro.
Derecho y gancho, ¿ok? Coge ahí, derecho y gancho, ¿ok? Si le pisas ahí,
You see some work from the last round. Joseph Diaz sets up with a straight left to the body and then comes up with a hook to the head and then an uppercut to the head. Good variation. Another spot there with a straight left hand landing sharp on Adam Gotay. The kid he's got some good pop and he's got some speed. Once he put it a little bit together, and get this guy out of here. Starts putting the punches together.
He just missed with an uppercut. That's the one weapon that would complete the cycle for him. He's thrown just about everything else. It's round 3 of Diaz and Gotay, coming to you from the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas and the Chelsea room in here. Real interesting way that they do things. For the first time tonight, they're debuting live gaming in the middle of the boxing. $25 and $15 limit blackjack games.
Wow, right.
Of course, that's too small for you, Paulie, so that's...
I'm trying to keep it away from those gambling tables as much as I can lately.
Oh, there's a good right hand from Gotay, but it is quite an interesting concept. You can make it subtle, have a lot of different activities. Always impressed with the new ways they bring boxing and gambling together here in Las Vegas, and that's yet another example.
Gotta keep it creative, that's for sure, dude.
There's Diaz trying to move in. There's a straight left hand.
I'd like to see Diaz. He's got enough speed to counterpunch as well. Gotay. You see how he's got Gotay almost covering up, expecting to take a beating. So a lot of times Gotay, it's hard to open him up. So you got to take advantage when Gotay does open up. There's a good hook as Gotay tries to throw right hand, and that's what I mean. And you see what it opened up? It opened up a follow combination. This is what I mean, because when the guy knows you're just pummeling him, he's going to try to start to go into survival zone and start covering up, and it's hard to break that guard. So you got to take advantage when he does open up. And there you go. See what it led to?
Opens up, and now you close the door, perhaps, or close to it with that knockdown by Diaz.
All started because he countered that straight right hand with his own hook. He followed it up and followed it up from there. That first counter started that whole sequence.
And that's why it's over. As you were setting it up, Paulie, so was he.
Exactly.
And Joseph Diaz Jr., it's kind of a nice way to watch him get that victory.
Yeah, and you know what, like I was saying about the speed, once he saw his man was, starting to get hurt there, he put the speed together. He wasn't just loading up on one shot at a time. He put the punches together, real sharp, real nice. Good finish, a good transition from the one hard shot into the combination punching, and then the finisher.
Sensing when to step it into that next gear.
Exactly, exactly.
Get a chance to watch him do his thing.
We see some replays from him. This is when he had him already hurt. He seemed like he had already hurt him. And this is the follow combination. That straight left hand kind of did it. That was it right there.
And that's after he was setting it up for a while before that. Crack into the body, and I like how he got his distance here.
And I like the double hook. He used that double hook a lot. Hook to the body and then hook to the head. He kind of pushed him over into the range of the straight left hand, and then he whipped that straight left hand in real sharp, real fast. This kid has got some good speed, and he can use that to the detriment of his opponents.
And you get a good look at that replay, too, showing you the balance and leverage that he had in putting that together. That's one of the nicest things I thought he did in this fight. Let's get the final numbers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes in 2 minutes, 13 seconds, round number 3. Referee Big Back Draculich calls a halt to the contest. Your winner by TKO victory and still undefeated, Joseph Jojo Diaz.
All right, so that record now goes up to 4-0. Second knockout register.